You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrans for Black and White Sports. We are going to talk about these fan incidents that's been going on. As we know, the fans have been storming the court. Okay, there have been several times over the last several days where fans have been coming on the court during playoff games for the Marxist NBA of China. Okay, and Clay Travis, the founder of Outkick, I believe he's now president of Outkick. Of course, Outkick is now owned by Fox News or Fox Corp. Okay, and Clay is going on to be on in Rush Limbaugh's time slot with Buck Sexton on a new radio show. Well, Clay is still talking sports, okay, and talking sports quite a bit. Well, he has come out and said, look, there may be a connection between the animosity in the between fans and the Marxist NBA of China in these incidents. Do I believe, and we'll talk about this after we look at the article, but I halfway agree with Clay on this, okay? Look, we don't have to agree on everything, right? This is not an echo chamber, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I don't necessarily agree with all of what Clay's got to say about this. Very quickly, make sure you go over and check out blackandwhitenetwork.com. Joint videos with myself and John Matrix. We just put up that gem today about the former BLM leader that has exposed the BLM as what they are, frauds. Go over, check that out. Bronze and silver memberships are available. Member live streams. If you are a silver member, you can jump in on a live stream with myself and John. We talk about whatever you want to talk about because that is through our own website. We don't have to worry about big tech silencing what we've got to say. Now let's look at this article from Outkick. Clay Travis, NBA's brand is broken with its own fans. Look, Clay, I absolutely agree with that. And like I said, I think he's half right. Part of the NBA's issues with fan behavior belongs squarely on the shoulders of the NBA itself, Outkick founder Clay Travis said. Clay was referring to 4 separate incidents involving fans and players, all taking place just since the playoffs began. A 5th occurred Monday night when a fan ran onto the court during the Wizards 76ers playoff game at Capital One Arena. Quote, could this fan misbehavior be connected to the broken relationship between the NBA and its fans, creating more animosity and less goodwill across the league? I think so, Clay tweeted, encouraging readers to share and debate their own thoughts. He wasn't finished, turning to the past to show how much the present has changed. Quote, the NBA's primary selling point in the 1990s was a great relationship between players and fans. Remember NBA Action is fantastic, those commercials? I remember them. They were pretty cool. The NBA had a great relationship with fans back in the 90s, even the early 2000s. Now players lecture fans on how awful of human beings they are. Absolutely agree. League's brand is broken with fans, which creates animosity, a major issue. I agree with that. It's pretty clear that something is going on here. It's to the point where a new incident of fan misbehavior is taking place every night. Could it be because fans really do have more animosity towards players after the players, coaches, and leagues elite openly took a political stance, casting aside those who didn't agree? Given all that's happened since the playoffs tipped off, it's worth considering. Okay, so let's talk about this a moment. Is there a real problem between fans and the NBA? Well, yeah. I mean, the players have essentially come out and said, look, if you're on one side of the political aisle, we hate you. Okay? And which is amazing when you consider they don't have the wherewithal or the thought process to realize your league as a whole, players included, is a brand, and having a brand requires you to be able to sell the brand and to sell the product to everybody that wants to buy the product. Okay? Well, but here's the difference. Could the issues involving these fans coming on court, could them theoretically have something to do with what's happened the last year? Maybe. But I tend to believe no. Why? Because, look, after we've sat back and watched the NBA shield criminals, support a Marxist organization with lettering literally branded on the court, we've watched them, heard them run their mouths about the police, essentially hating our country. Certainly when you support Marxism, you hate our traditional American values. Look, sports used to be about patriotism. It was very much a connection between military, first responders, including police, okay, that sports had a big connection to that, okay? And sports leagues, particularly the NBA, has turned its back on that. Plus, the NBA is, let's be honest, sleeping with China, okay? Well, the reason I think it doesn't have a lot to do with it is because our response to that has been to completely disconnect ourselves from the product, okay? We don't know what's going on. I didn't know the other day that the Celtics and the Nets were playing each other in the playoffs until Kyrie Irving decided to say something stupid about Boston Celtics fans, and I saw the article about it and read about it and was able to apply the fact that I used to be an NBA fan when he was still a Celtic, so I was able to talk about it. But I didn't know the Nets and the Celtics were playing an NBA game, and that's the point. We've completely disconnected ourselves with the league, okay? You want to run your mouth about America. You want to run your mouth about law-abiding citizens. You want to run your mouth about our president. And in turn, we clicked that tube and turned it off. We disconnected from your league. Okay, we're certainly not paying to get into an arena because we don't give a shit to see your product or watch your games. Okay? We don't. We've turned you off. We've tuned you out, NBA. And so I don't know what's going on with, and I guess you could have some triggered fan that might come in there. I just don't think so, because I don't think any of us, and let's be honest, we're talking about traditional American value supporting patriots. We're not wasting our time to go into an NBA arena. We're not. We're not going to do it, okay? We're not spending our money. We're not giving them our money, okay, or our time on TV, etc. So do I believe there's animosity between fans in the NBA? Sure. But do I think it's more likely that you have some visiting team's fan that somehow can still watch the game, probably because the fan is woke, that he's triggered about something? That's more likely. It's certainly not got anything to do with, I believe, some of the key issues that the NBA has caused between us and, for example, patriots and fans. No, we're just not going to waste our time with the NBA. So, tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Like I said, halfway agree with Clay on this. Sure, there's animosity. But the response, I don't believe, has anything to do with any of the political issues from the last year, because I think this side of the fandom is gone. We're out. We've been tuned out. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.